Alright, now it's time to take a look at a vehicle that was in the game for a very long time, but I never really had the chance to use it or try it out. The T54E1. This vehicle always kind of was interesting for me, and it will finally be time to check it out. So let's take a look at the stats. Now, it has an autoloader, approximately I think 8 or 6 shells in the revolver-like mechanism that's below the main gun. 105mm is the main gun caliber. 45km/h is the speed. The reverse is about 13km/h. It weighs 54 tons for crew members. Average penetration of 216mm. Overall, it has decent armor. However, the weak spots are quite obvious. Lower plate, very close to the tracks. You have the ammo stored there. The auto-loading mechanism is pretty much below the main gun, and if you hit the vehicle in these spots, it usually blows up. But let's take this thing for a little ride and let's see how it will work. Now, when I took this thing out for a ride, I was actually pleasantly surprised. The reload is really good. The vehicle does have phenomenal rate of fire. No, not the best, but you know, it's still really solid. It has a PDS and HE-ATFS shells. Those are the best shells that you have on the vehicle. I use a PDS primarily. So far, it's been doing a very nice work. The APDS shells do good damage, so they're reliable. They're definitely not like the APDS shells on the Challenger. Or not Challenger, Conqueror. The APDS on that thing is pretty bad. The APDS on this vehicle is really solid. Now, as I mentioned before, the autoloader is very fast, and one of the main things about this vehicle is definitely the rate of fire. Now, the survivability, yeah, it's not the best because of the placement of the ammo. But if you go hold down, if you hide the hole like I'm doing right now, this vehicle should actually work really well, and this is basically how this vehicle was meant to be used. It doesn't have any stabilization. You can't really run around and move while shoot on the move with this vehicle. Not necessarily a bad thing, just something to keep in mind. You don't have a stabilized main gun on the vehicle, but you do have an autoloader, and I emptied my autoloader. And now it's reloading. Once you stop shooting, the loading will automatically start. Also one thing to keep in mind while driving this vehicle. But overall, I have been pleasantly surprised by the T54E1. This vehicle is honestly so far very solid from my limited experience of a couple hours of me playing it. And the reason why I bought this vehicle, well, I just had gold and the vehicles have been on a discount, and I know that not everyone will have these new premiums or the special premiums, so kind of testing out to see the normal gold platoons to see how they will work. And honestly, so far, if you would ask me if this vehicle was worth it, yes, it absolutely is. I've had some good battles with it. It is very satisfying to use the T54E1 because of the autoloader. Once you get used to the vehicle, it will definitely feel very fun, and that's what I'm saying. If you want to buy the platoon right now while the discount is active, yeah, you should definitely do that if you want, of course. If you like the vehicle, if you like the way it works, if you like the gameplay, then yes. Now, the main gun definitely is accurate. Not the most accurate main gun, but it does get the job done, and I have no complaints about it. It does have decent accuracy, does have decent overall shell velocity, decent post-penetration damage. I have to remember, this is APDS, it doesn't have any explosive feeling to it, it's just a APDS shell, so you have to aim at the weak spots, but honestly the spalling is really solid, so even if you don't hit the weak spots, it should still do some good damage. But yeah, I mean, it does do some incredible damage. The APDS shells have been really solid. I haven't been using the heat shells so far with this vehicle. I haven't had the need to do that. APDS was more than enough on the T54E1. Yeah, E1. There's actually the T54E2, which is a second vehicle that was released not that long ago. Also a very solid vehicle. And I kind of prefer this vehicle over the other T54E2 because of the autoloader. The other T54 has much better armor, but in this tier armor isn't really that relevant unless you are driving something like the Merkava or something similar to those tanks, the mouse and stuff like that. It can rely on armor, but most of the vehicles prefer to have a bit more maneuverability and stuff like that. Firepower. Well, that was so far a very solid battle with the T54 here. Honestly, I kind of expected this vehicle to have only HETFS shells. I don't know why I expected that. I kind of expected this vehicle to not feel that fun, honestly, but I was glad that I was proven wrong. That was actually a very lucky hit there. Did hit the Yak Tiger. But I am definitely slowly running out of ammo. I think the vehicle will automatically load HETFS shells once you are starting to run out of AP shells, which is also a very nice thing. I have the heat shells in case I need them, but so far I haven't really have the occasion to use them. Well, that was the first battle. A very good score, 8 destroyed vehicles, not bad, not bad. Let's go to the next battle. Now the main gun depression on this vehicle is really solid. I mean, it's pretty common with vehicles of this type within this tier to have some very good gun depression, and you can definitely go hold down with the T54E1 if you want. I'd like to go hold down with most vehicles that are able to pull it off, because you can easily hide all the weak spots. And surprisingly, the turret of this vehicle, besides the autoloader that's positioned basically below the main gun, there is not many other spots on the turret that will cause a catastrophic destruction upon a shell going through. I think this vehicle can be overpressured if you get hit in the cupola at the top there, but so far I haven't experienced that myself. Okay, we have the 3 vehicles, and there goes the turret on the T34. Next, there is a AMX baguette, but somehow that turret fell right close to the AMX and it served as a shield. Well, that did no damage, okay. And next shell in the turrets, yeah. These vehicles have ammo at the back of the turret, so you can shoot them in the turret and you can expect the ammo to blow up, which is a good tactic that you can try out with the T54 or basically any vehicle that you have. Well, this vehicle's been a very pleasant surprise so far. I think out of all the tier 8 normal premium vehicles, this might be one of the ones that I would say it's more worth to get, because so far I can tell this vehicle definitely performed above my expectations. That's a fact. Oh look, that exploded. That little vehicle just vanished, and that was a quad strike. Beautiful. All right, not bad, not bad. I've done so many quad strikes lately that I'm not even that surprised when I do something like that with the revenge bomber. How many times I have been revenge bombed though, that's a topic for a different time, that's for sure. Magnet for bombers. That's how I feel like some days, sometimes. Well, things definitely quieted down over here on the map. Where are the enemy vehicles? This position is pretty much literally the best position that you can go to on this map with this vehicle. Hold down with only the turret exposed, yeah. Definitely some very interesting results. And I'm wondering how many other vehicles are out there in the game right now that I didn't try out yet, but that they are actually good. Because the T54E1 is definitely a vehicle that I kind of forgot about, but it ended up being a really solid medium tank. So I'm wondering, are there any other vehicles out there that I missed that's very similar to the T54? Other very good vehicles that would be a very pleasant surprise for me to try them out. If there is any that I forgot about, do tell me please, because I would love to try as many vehicles as I can. Well, this battle is slowly coming to an end, that's for sure, and the results approximately the same as with the previous battle. Overall, yeah, definitely pleasantly surprised with this vehicle. Definitely a tank that I will be using down the road. I mean, I bought the platoon, might as well use it, right? But at the same time, the vehicle is really fun, so being fun is one of the things that I am looking into when driving vehicles, and these little vehicles right now that I tried today will definitely be a lot of fun. And well, with that being said, that would be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and with that being said, stay safe. As always, I'll see you next time.